Good morning. Cindy here in Central Texas, Zone 8B, and today we are going to talk about the Amaryllis bulbs that have been in my refrigerator since September 5th. So if you've been following my videos, and I will link the past videos below, you will see that we are on a mission to get Amaryllis to rebloom. It is pretty hard here in Central Texas because it is so hot in our basements and in our garages. So all over the country, people can do this easily. And they always say, just stick your bulbs in a cool place and then bring them out in a couple of months and pot them up. You'll have glorious blooms. Well, we don't have that, and so we are trying out the refrigerator method. And I put them, first of all, I unpotted them, and I cut off the green strappy leaves, and I kind of trimmed a little bit of the roots. The roots were really long, so I trimmed off some of that so that the bulb didn't have to focus on leaves or roots and just focus on the bulb. And I have 4 pretty big bulbs and 1 young bulb in. I put them all in this paper bag, rolled it up, and stuck it in my refrigerator September 5th. Now it is November 10th, so they've been in there about 2 months, which is ideal. If you don't have 2 months, go ahead and get them out now. If they were only in there 4 weeks, 5 weeks, that's still okay. But they do need to have a period of dormancy. And that's a signal that it's been through this cold winter and now it's time to warm up, and we're gonna kick it into spring and tell it to start flowering. So that is what we're gonna do. So I'm very excited to show you these bulbs are nice and firm. Their root system looks great. There is no green coming out yet, so that will happen very quickly once we get them into some moist soil. So the next thing I need to do is decide what I want to pot them up in. I've got some ornamental pots here, and Amaryllis, they don't need a lot of drainage because you don't want to water them too much. So if you have pots like this has no holes, this has no holes, so I will put a layer of rock on the bottom, and that should be a sufficient drainage for these Amaryllis. Amaryllis also like to be crowded, so they don't want a great big pot, and this one is going to be great. I'm going to put 2 in here, and I've got another red one here. So I've got all my pots selected, and I just have to get my soil ready. So I have been moistening this soil. This was right out of the bag, so it's fairly fresh, but it had dried out. So I have been slowly watering this over and over and over, trying to get it to absorb the water, and I think we're finally there. It seems to be moist all the way through. And then I'm going to put some rock in the bottom of these pots. Okay, so I've got about a 1-inch little pebbled rock, and I'm just going to put a little bit at the bottom just in case I overwater it. Then this water has a place to go. We do not want to cause our bulb to rot because I overwatered it. All right, so I've got about a 1-inch layer in here. I'm going to put some in here. And I may have to go buy a few more Amaryllis. The ones that I have stored over the 2-month period, these are Red Lion, and I just absolutely love them. They're just a solid red Amaryllis. But now that I am addicted to Amaryllis, I'm going to go look for some new varieties, and I'll put some on the screen and show you what I'm going to be looking for next. Now let's go ahead and add our soil. You're going to fill up your pot halfway with soil, just halfway. And now I'm going to put 2 in each pot, and you are going to put this in about halfway down into the soil. So amaryllis do not like their little stems to get any water or soil down in these little crevices. So you just want to fill it, put it in about halfway. All right, so I'm going to spread the little roots out a little bit, tuck this one in, tuck this one in, and let me get the camera a little bit closer. Okay, so I hope you can see that I've got the dirt up about halfway, and this one still has some roots showing, so we're going to definitely cover up the roots. Okay, and if I got any soil in these little crevices, you want to make sure to get it out. Okay, this one is ready. Okay, let's put 2 in here. They like to be crowded for some reason. Okay. Wow, those look great. And then I'll put my baby one in this last pot. So now we have our pots ready, and I'm going to give them a drink, wake them up. Okay, so I'm going to try to put like a half a cup of water every week so they don't get too much water. About a half a cup every week. All right. And now I am just going to put these out on my patio. We still are in the high 80s, so these will warm up nicely outside on my patio. As soon as it starts getting colder, I will move them inside to a sunny window, and hopefully by Christmas I will have some beautiful blooms, and I will keep sharing with you as we go along. One last thing I want to add to my amaryllis is a little bit of moss on top. I don't really like the look of dirt on top, so let's do that. Much better. You can add other little Christmassy things to this if you want. Oh yes. You can put little Christmas balls, little fun Christmas decor, because it doesn't look very pretty right now. And I know some people go ahead and put in some paper whites along the edges to give you more drama in a pot. So you can just put as many things as you want in here. And another thing is, if your amaryllis does start making a nice big stalk, but then that stalk starts leaning, just turn the pot around and that stalk will start leaning the other direction, looking for that sunshine. Okay, I think we have done a great job here. They look really good, and I will make sure to share with you the moments that they start waking up and popping out. So thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. I hope you get a chance to do some gardening at your house today. Here in Central Texas, it's beautiful. It's finally time to start being outside and gardening and entertaining. So let's get going. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.